He leaned forward, planting a kiss on the Rakiri's lips, something that caught her off guard given the way she froze. It didn't take long for her to reciprocate though, as her mouth opened allowing a long tongue to slither sensually out to meet his own. Even as his tongue battled with Yarrow's though, he made a promise to message Raisha as soon as possible, which meant he needed to figure out a way to get around the block on his messages that his classified status brought him. Fortunately, TC sympathized with his situation and shared his certainty that something was strange about his assignment here. More to the point, she had no truck with the meddling of nobles when it came to one of her crew. To that end, she had said that Helen would be back by now, and that the woman would have no issue using her own contacts to get around the block. Something he was eternally thankful to the young captain for. Then any thoughts beyond what was currently happening went right out the window as Yarrow pushed forward, practically pinning him to the rocks as she set about ramming her tongue down his throat. It held none of the quiet, introspective civility he'd come to expect from the woman. Instead, it felt like he was being ravished by a wild animal as her hands roamed across his chest. G'day! This is Bloody Mary, and when I'm not busy shopping a hot topic or participating in poorly written fanfiction, I like to kick back, listen to Net Narrator on YouTube. But sometimes I'm more partial to the edgier stuff after slitting my wrists, so I became a Patreon at a £5 tier, and got to check out a bunch of videos too spicy to put on YouTube. I highly recommend it. It's fucking kawaii, bitch. That was incredible, he said, when he finally caught his breath. It was, Yarrow said eventually, sounding more than a little stunned by what had just transpired, which did incredible things for his ego. A guy liked to know a lady appreciated his efforts. Though I enjoyed it greatly, Yarrow began, sounding hesitant, I would ask that you don't repeat the specifics of what occurred here. Jason hadn't had any intention of doing so. He wasn't the type to kiss and tell. Still, it wasn't like Yarrow knew that. Plenty of guys bragged about scoring, and he had a feeling that went double for women in a galaxy where men were comparatively rare. All the women he'd been with certainly weren't shy about crowing about said encounters, to anyone that would listen, at length and in great detail. So no, he had no trouble understanding why Yarrow was asking. That didn't mean he was above teasing her about it. Which part? The part where you challenged me, or the part where I made you mew like a kitten? Please, Jason, I did not mew, Yarrow argued, though she couldn't look him in the eyes as she said it. I also have little clue what a kitten is. Jason just grinned at her. Alright, I promise not to tell anyone. Thank you, Jason, Yarrow said, relief clear in her posture. It would be improper if people knew I allowed myself to be manhandled in such a way. She paused. Though I would not be opposed to it occurring again in the private setting. If you're able to go for another round, he finally finished, as soon as Yarrow had finished her own uncharacteristically rushed diatribe. The Rakiri just stared at him. He stared back. What? She said finally.